not the first piece.
So what kind of skincare advice are you giving people when they're want to go down the Botox route?
I mean, it obviously depends on the individual, but everyone gets talked to about sunscreen, like, of course. So sunscreen, agents that they're using at home, making sure they're using like good quality vitamin A and C and E, which are like the food for the skin, basically. How they're washing their face. You know, a lot of people don't wash their face anymore sometimes. It sounds ridiculous, but
really? What do you mean they don't wash their face? Put a little bit of soap on there?
You've got OCD, so you would find this hard to accept. But a lot of people will use like wipes for their face. You know,
really?
So rather than take off the makeup properly and then wash the face, they use a wipe. And then as far as they're concerned, their face is clean. Now that makes me shudder because I would feel so dirty. But that's because I'm the other extreme like you about washing my face. And once you start doing it, you'll then look back and think, gosh, I can't believe I only washed my face with a wipe. But when you're in it, it's normal, it's natural. That's what you get used to. So yeah, you'd be surprised, James.
I mean, I find it hard. I mean, I'm so glad I don't wear makeup because every time I end up, you know, you go and use the restroom and you wash your hands, I wash my face as well. So I'm, you know, because it just feels refreshed. I don't have any powder or anything on. I don't have any foundation on, so I can do that. So I can never imagine what it must feel like, as you said, going all day, then just using a wipe and say, ha, I'm okay. Yeah. That's, So
but that's because that's the habit you've got into, and that's now how you feel clean. But you know, everybody's different. Some people don't have the ability to just go and wash their face in the day, and maybe they're really tired at night or they work shifts, and so at night time they just want to use a wipe on the way home, throw it in the bin and get into bed, and they think they've done the right thing because they've removed their makeup and it says it's got cleaning properties, it's a cleanser, they just put it in the bin. So, you know, sometimes it's really going back to the basics. But SPF always comes into it. The SPF and smoking, if people are smoking heavily, they're going to expect to get premature aging, there's no doubt about it. Smoking, alcohol, high sugar content, all going to cause, sadly, premature aging. So what's the point in doing tons of Botox and fillers if we don't have a little chat about, be aware, it's up to you, but be aware that these are also going to really contribute to making lines and wrinkles worse.
Have you found after those conversations, and even though people might go for the treatment, they adapt to their diet, or they adapt some of their, you know, maybe cut back a little bit on smoking and things, as just because they want to have the look, right? You got the $1 million look for peanuts, and just great diet, great skincare, and great medical advice. Do you find change happens?
Change does happen, yeah. It's a really fine line because you can't force something down somebody's throat too strongly because they will they're going to recoil, and they'll be like, and you can easily shame somebody into not wanting to come back to see you, and that is never.
That's a fine line, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's like being just sort of giving them a little knock and just saying, just be aware, like maybe this is something to think about. And then I will let them bring it back to me. And if they want to have a bigger conversation about it, then that's fine. But every time I see them, I just give that little tiny knock again. But you do find, especially skincare regimes, people are always up for like, how can I change them? What should I
do? Which cream is better? What about this stuff? What about that? I mean, you go to Sephora, they've got like an entire wall. Every pharmacy has got shelves and shelves and shelves of skincare regime products. It's crazy.
And they don't have to be that expensive. So obviously there are some really great products that do come with a hefty price tag. But if you see some of the like Clinique or the high-end brands that have got like particles of gold in, that's not what we're prescribing. And so we save you quite a lot of money maybe by giving you sort of alternative skincare advice. So yeah, So that does make a change. Like people do make that change because sometimes I also save the money. And the harder part is the smoking for sure. Like getting somebody to quit smoking and to change their diet in sort of a small cosmetic appointment can be challenging, but people have got to be motivated to make that change.
You talked about vitamins. Are you talking about